I watched, this was really amazing. I just watched because I was so into this whole thing. And Joe Rogan was, for example, talking to Dominic Cruz. Dominic Cruz had like major, like multiple injuries in his knee, like just horrible. He had to take a long break from the MMA and martial arts, and he like got very depressed during the time because he had kind of like suffocated all of his emotions and everything with the training. He had trained so hard and completely disregarded how he really felt in himself. And when he had to stop training, he had to like face himself and see like that he hates himself if he's not doing the martial arts. And that's the thing, like sometimes when you face an injury or something, the Dominic Cruz realized his worth through that. But what people, when they face this kind of traumas and catastrophes in their life, that should be like that sort of wake-up call where you like realize actually what you are doing to your body, and you can see the value in yourself, even if you cannot do the thing that you wanted to do, that you're trying to force to do. For some people, it might be the MMA competing there. For some people, it's the lifting, the deadlifts and the squats, like super heavy. For some people, it's maybe doing some calisthenic skills. But you realize that these things, your self-worth shouldn't be tied into that. It's a very damaging approach. And it's like a religion with these people. It's like a religion of sacrificing yourself for the goal of making this this lift or something. And in that circles, if you get hurt, it's not a surprise. You can expect that. You should expect that. And of course, you can only blame yourself in that sense, because you're doing everything you can to break the body in that approach, because you're not respecting the body. You want to just serve the goal of whatever your ego says. But I also experienced this because I also got hurt with my training in the beginning. I got hurt, and I had to make that sort of acceptance that, I'm going to still keep training, even if I can't do this stuff that my ego would really like to do for me to appear bigger and stronger and better in front of other people. I still need to keep on going with my training. And I need to accept that actually I'm not only good, but I'm better if I don't obsess with that. That's the reason why that I accepted that and kind of was able to get away, distance myself from the ego. That was the reason why I was able to come up with all the training that we're doing nowadays. Same with Samuli, like we developed these methods together. And that's really the thing where you kind of accept those things. It doesn't mean that you completely give up on your goals or something, but you need to still understand your value like outside of those things, because otherwise you will lead to like destruction. And
yeah, it's like these people are completely inside their mind, and it's like completely in their ego. And like you said, they're destroying, like they're sacrificing themselves for some false idea in their head, which doesn't even, like, it only exists in their head. So it's like in the past, I also broke my body in so many ways, like elbows and sternum and shoulder and stuff like that. But what it's like, if you look at professional athletes, and if you look at like really like veteran powerlifters and anything, like even gymnasts or anything, like most of them are completely destroyed, or maybe not completely, but they have lots of really bad problems because they never like discovered, how to move in harmony with yourself. Instead, they always, push, because it was some maybe insecurity or ego or something like that pushed them forward and made them to sacrifice their body in the process. So, like, if you look at Eero or us, like, we do MMA, and what is MMA? It's like super versatile striking, kicking, punching, wrestling, grappling, like lots of stuff. And Eero also does these huge stunts and like flips and animal movements and everything else. And we don't have any problems in our body, not anymore. Like, I never feel like joint pain in my knees, in my elbows or anything. And I train really hard. I train like better than ever before. And the same with Eero. Like, it's very rare to have this state where you can actually perform better and better and better every year, but you don't have any of the problems everyone else have, which they will suffer from. and feel negative consequences for the next decade, maybe rest of their lives.